Origen push, which then allows him to get priority and then work with his jungler to set up invades. But of course, when going up against an Elise, it's not always the best thing, as an all-in happens far.
Ignite onto Kobe, he's going to fall. First blood goes down to Origen. They strike first.
Vernal Drake. And I think, as we mentioned, this is a very important Drake for them. Handing it over to Origen is really not what you want to do. So this is going to hurt them in the long run.
Going in with the Glacial Fissure. TP's coming out from Splyce and from Origen. 2 TPs for the Splyce. It's going to be a 4v3 for the moment. Nuke Duck caught up. Counter teleport in by Origen. The charm comes out by Mickey onto the backline. Kobe's jump forward. He flashes away. He dodges away, but Alfari lands the counter strike. And now Kobe's so low, he's sticking down. He will fall. Origen get their second kill of the game. Patrick and Alfari are going to be able to jump out, but Humanoid's going back in, trying to go for the trade. Stopwatch from Patrick will stop them in their tracks. And Origen find the kill and get out of dodge. He is the bouncer for the team. VIP is Patrick and Alfari in his back pocket. Alfari's going to get the tower in the bottom lane as Splyce look for the Rift Herald. Origen are in the position to react to this. The dredge line comes out. Norscarin on the front line. It's a 3v4 for the moment. Kobe coming in from the backside. The repel up by Humanoid. And here they go. Kobe jumping in. Rift Herald goes down. Zanzara's the one to secure it. Chachi is going to get a kill onto the Gragas though, and the rest of Splyce are chasing in. Braum will fall. Nuke Duck stunned up. He'll go down as well. Splyce get 2.
Now remember that OG got enough free time to secure this Drake.
I'm not sure the Rift Herald used in mid got them the Drake. I think Splyce just backing off.
To the games.
Yeah, because I'm not saying they're better than Fnatic and G2.
But at that one specific
thing. That one specific thing they are. Maybe a diving top lane tower. Chachi with a great nut into the wall and Misty falls. Chachi's so tanky. Alfari's going to be able to get away from this one. That down. Splyce yet to break one of these towers. They will get bot in just a second. So it's 2 for 1 on the turret score. Still that 2,000
now, as of yet, we can see the Trinity Force now available on Alfari. I imagine that he's going to feel very comfortable and strong in terms of the 1v1. He can act as that go button, that trigger that can encourage and enable Origen, where sometimes into the top side jungle, they could actually assure that he was safe to siege onto this tower. So they take half the health, now they could be looking at a fight.
Zanzara just used his ultimate. Dredge line coming in by Nuke Duck, he's stunned up. Norscarin down to half HP. The depth charge comes out, hits onto Kobe on the backline. Nuke Duck, the charm's coming out. Nuke Duck flashes away, but Kobe's on the chase. He'll get him. And now this fight on the top side of the fight keeps going on. Chachi flashes away, but Humanoid gets into the middle of them all with the Kingslayer. He heals up, and it's a double for Kobe. He's looking for more. Alfari jumps in with a leap strike, but the rest of Splyce are on the chase. Origen having to back away. Patrick down to about half HP. Splyce multiple stack on the Elder Dragon, but Splyce will look up towards the Baron. For the people that we said like to keep their hair good while playing rugby, which I think is what happens here. Chachi jumping in with the blast cone, and Mithy and Patrick are waiting for them.
CS advantage over his lane counterpart in Nuke Duck. He has 9.7k gold now, and he is definitely very, very strong.
He definitely is. We do see the Blade of the Ruin King here, second item on Chachi. He's gone towards that. He's just trying to get as much damage in these fights as possible. Origen pushing in the mid lane will almost take down the turret. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Alfari gets 1 for himself. Patrick gets the tower in the end, and that's 2 more in the back pockets of Origen. Still only about 2,000.
One of the biggest difference maker is how much more value Gragas offers. Ooh, fight kicking off.
Hook landing onto Humanoid, knocked up, airborne, he goes golden, but there's no escape from the rest of Origen. Shut down. Team fights, maybe a bit of engage as well if you can find it, but Mithy's been the one to go in most of the time. Patrick jumping forward here, Mithy with the charm, doesn't land onto Norscarin. A beautiful Glacial Fissure will stop him in his tracks, but Chachi's down towards the bottom side, and once again he's been caught out. Alfari on the chase. The depth charge connects, but Alfari can't quite get there. He was slowed up with the boomerang. There's the Blade of the Ruin King, but it's not enough. Alfari,
so he could look to come in from behind.
Flank position for Alfari. 4v5 in favor of Origen. Mithy on the front line. Norscarin, Xerxes, Kobe, Cuban would have to do something huge here. The depth charge is going to come out. Mithy caught out, but it dived onto the back line. Patrick almost down. Kobe takes him out, and now it's a 4v4. Xerxes gone up. Mithy goes down. Another kill comes out. Alfari on the chase. Nuke Duck's going to get a stun off, and it's Alfari on Nuke Duck catching out Kobe, assassinating him. Zanzara will kill Norscarin.
And it comes down to execution as well. And it only takes one bad fight to swing the game. Now we see Alfari.
Gets the counter strike off, but here comes Kobe straight onto him, and maybe the execution is Alfari going down. Now Origen on the chase. Mithy has the charm. The knockback onto Norscarin. Alfari able to dodge out off the back of it, dodging out all those shots. Norscarin on the front line has been killed by Patrick, and the rest of Origen are here for the party. The flash already used. Oh, the explosive cast was dodged away from. And Nuke Duck still on the chase. Teleport coming in here by Splyce. They're now into the walls. Zanzara's the one to be caught out. Counter strike from Alfari. Gets the double stun. Chachi down into Mini Nar. And here comes the damage. The charm on the backline. Origen have found their fight. They're just going to demolish Splyce here. There's nothing Splyce can do about it at all. It's a double kill for both Patrick and for Alfari. And it felt like the writing had been on the wall for a while. Origin should at least be able to break open the base here, if not take the win.
Clean ace and easy fight from the side of Origen. You talked about the double TP, but all Splyce did was TP into their demise. This should be an opportunity for Origen to end the game and take game 1 of this best of 5.
Great stuff by Origin. They're going to push in this top wave, go for those Nexus towers, and they will be 1-0 up in this series. It was a slower game as expected from both these two teams, but it's Origin who strike first, and they are 1-0 up in the regional gauntlet.
And I feel like Origen's ability to just dive onto the Vayne should be relatively easy with the likes of the Nautilus. You have plenty of to be killed, and it'll force Vizicachi to overextend to clear this wave, which sets up the opportunity for a gank.
No cannon barrage, as here comes Zanzara. Vizicachi's going to be caught out, pops the oranges a little bit too early, and that's first blood once again for Origin.
Great setup from the
Chachi's
side.
been a bit greedy here. Mithy's on his way up as well. Chachi's just going to look for one more plate before he goes down. He'll get it. But in the end, that gangplank is not long for Summoner's Rift. Patrick comes in, the parlay does a little bit of damage. Chachi just trying to distract both Alfari and Patrick for as long as possible. But there he goes. There she blows, as they would say. Yeah, that is a great word.
In any case, Splyce going to be trading now after that. 3 members were sent up top with the bot tower and the Drake. They're going to be very happy with the objectives overall game.
It only makes sense we have a Korean caster on the desk with me. Thank you very much, LS, for that insight.
I'm just saying. I think that there are.
Who is going to go?
No one's going to.
Nukeduck has CP, Patrick has it.
All right, no, okay.
Going to dive onto Vizicachi on the back line. Xerxes in the back of the pit. Zanzara's going to land at the Glacial Prison. It's all onto Humanoid as he jumps away. The Dragon's still aggro, down to about 1,000 HP. Now Origen are going to try and steal it away. Oh, the smite was a little bit too early, but Mithy's still able to secure it. And now Vizicachi is in the wrong side of the map. He has to flash across the wall here, but here comes Splyce onto the backline. Chachi doesn't go away. Zanzara's fallen. Alfari goes down as well. Mithy the third to follow. Nuskeren with a great play lands it onto Patrick, and that's 4 in the back pockets of Splyce here if he's going to steal this one away. Humanoid jumps across the pit, and Nukeduck is forced away from the fray. Splyce will get the Baron. 21 minutes in.
Extended, and Kobe and Humanoid have easy access to the backline.
That's the man that's been to a gauntlet before. He knows what. Chipping away at that tower, the mid-tier 1 will fall, as you say, Vedius, and a 5,000 gold lead or so now for Splyce as they're scaling proponents, so he can be left in a side lane, and the rest of Splyce are in that mid lane looking to push forward with the wave.
So, Origen just...
It's difficult life being a support.
Okay, so they're actually able to set up for this, but OG want to fight.
Zanzara has the... Oh, it's going to pop it straight onto Humanoid, and Patrick's going to jump in. Humanoid flashes away. Meanwhile, down towards the bottom side, Nuskeren is stunned up, but the hook comes out, and that means Nukeduck's caught. Kobe coming in from the side. He's looking for the fight. Is it Bane spotting, or is it Genius from Kobe? Alfari falls, and Kobe is on the chase. Looking for Zanzara and Mithy on the back line as they try to get away, but Mithy takes a chunk. Patrick coming forward, the dodge away from the dredge line. And now Nukeduck's forced down towards the bottom side of the map.
So this was a situation where Origen, Splyce were able to turn and counter Alfari, who was slightly out of position. Kobe ends up finding a kill, I believe, and Splyce...
To summon a trade. Meanwhile, Xerxes and Chachi are just taking away the Mountain Drake.
Splyce are getting everything here. OG focus on trying to find another kill rather than trying to contest this Drake. Now, of course, they will be able to convert this into the mid-tier 1, maybe even a mid-tier 2, but with Corki resetting already, he should be able to have his ultimate. Now Patrick is in more danger.
Humanoid going for the 1v1, but the killer instinct comes out from Patrick, and Humanoid just loses this, the shutdown. Mythic KS as
They do have Blue Trinket, that's going to come down. They have information.
Here we
They have wards, they have a ward.
Teleport coming in. Zanzara jumps into the pit, but that Baron's only at 4,000 HP. The Glacial Prison lands from the side, but it's only onto Nuskeren. Scatter the weak use. He's down to half. Here comes the package. Humanoid jumping onto the backline. An incredible cast! Separates Origen, scatters them to the winds. And Splyce have found 2 quick kills. Kobe on the chase now as Patrick's going to fall as well as the double for Chachi. And that should be it. Origen just get demolished around the Baron. Splyce find the fight they were looking for. Kobe still trying to chase onto Alfari. Shouldn't be able to catch up with him as Alfari can just continuously dash away.
So this is exactly what Splyce wanted to do. They needed to utilize the Baron in order to force a fight, and Zanzara goes into the pit rather than be there with his team. Without that front line, a great package from Humanoid comes through to just shut Nukeduck down, and now with all 5 members alive, there's very little that Alfari can do to stop the siege from Splyce.
Is there some secret rule that I didn't know about? You have to win a fight a Baron, then push through top and take both the Nexus towers? Because it's happened in 2 games in a row now. Splyce are going to equalize the series. Mithy can't do anything about it. The Nexus fall, and Splyce takes us to 1-on-1.
So mean the bot lane may be left alone to their own devices. Trundle actually going to be the answer from Origen. Now this is quite interesting. We haven't seen a lot of safety for the Gangplank, who's now been able to build up a bit of a lead. So you can see the difference. Oh, they actually might just go for a dive, yeah.
Chachi still has flash. Zanzara's looking for the chomp, and he gets it.
That was a really easy play around. For now, Splyce. Well, I'd like to see them head towards bot lane right now.
He's fighting bot at the moment. Ignite going down onto North Scare, and there's no heal on either player from Splyce in the bottom lane.
It's 2 versus 2s. Look forward to seeing what we get from the replay. Xerxes immediately going to path towards top side to make this cross-map play.
Good position here for Alpha. He's going to use the barrel to try and get a speed up. Flashes away from the infernal chains, but the chase is on. The Wild Ender comes down, and Chachi will help Xerxes get Splyce's first. Alpha has TP as well, but he has to clear out the wave first, so he does actually have the advantage here. Here we go, double TP coming in by Splyce. Humanoid and Chachi going to join this fight. The Rift Herald looking to reset, but Chachi comes in from the side. Mithy, of course, no flash on him. He's pulled back. He's popped the Unbreakable Will. He's surviving for a long time, but Humanoid has the package. Mithy gets a double knocker, but he's going to be down. Kill goes over to Splyce.
Splyce used that Rift Herald mid, which means that the rest of Splyce need to reset. But notice as well, the difference in experience between
walk straight past the ward. Norscaren's going to face check straight into Nuke. He's actually going to Hex Splash in here, and Afari is waiting, open arms, ready for the kill. Norscaren down to about 3rd HP as Nuke tries to get him. Humanoid going onto the backline, but he's caught out in the midst of 3 players now. Origen still looking for the chase. Afari and Zanzara trying to do what they can, but the flash away from Humanoid. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Mithy's going in. Underneath the tower, Unbreakable Will pop. The Wild Ender comes out as well, but Patrick should just be able to secure the kill. Mithy gets it in the end with the Ignite.
Expecting Nuke to be there, but again, because Nuke roamed down, because he died, they then gain access to the mid tower. So there's just a lot of trading going on between these 2 teams in terms of objectives, in terms of kills. They're not the exciting drinks, you know? They're just the, like, convenient. You know, they're nice to have.
It's like, it's a bonus.
Yeah. And of course, as you rightly said, the...
yeah, I was.
And instead, you just shot yourself in the foot.
I did. Well, that's, yeah.
Stick to simple comedy, my friend.
Origen looking for the bot lane fight. And as Chachi gets back underneath the tower, but Nuke and Zanzara might just go for the dive. Put up out in. Chachi will flash away. But here come Mithy and Patrick.
That's 5 people bot lane.
5 people bot. Splyce are getting something on the top side. And I'm sure Victor Chachi is not laughing as Origen take him out. Top lane tower is the target for the rest of Splyce, or mid lane. They can go
but I mean, this is the thing, right? When you send 5 people for the Baron spawning soon, and they'll trade it for an easy objective. So, correct play there from Splyce. Origen, it is a wet, windy day in the field of Drakes, but the Mountain will be spawning next. A Drake that can be used to help secure that dragon. Now, Humanoid getting collapsed on. He has been spotted.
Yeah, he's not in the best of positions here, but he just takes out Alfari. Assassinates him, sends him to a watery grave. Teleport in here by Patrick as Nuke, Mithy and Koa on their way. The Valkyrie stopped in its tracks. The Abduct will catch him. Shut down goes over to game 1. I think Splyce have found their style a lot more in the last couple of games. The Bane play, the TP coming in here behind by Splyce as they look for the fight. Counter TP used, but Mithy has a perfect fight position. He gets onto Kobe. Kobe escapes off towards the back line. Mithy on the front line still. Here come Humanoid and Chachi trying to get onto Origen. That will be 1 kill already. Mithy has fallen. The cow goes down, but Norscaren goes down in response. And now Origen are on the chase, looking for Xerxes. Chachi, Humanoid up towards the top side. He's going to Valkyrie away, but the chase is on. Nuke in with the Abduct, and Nuke flashes away. Realizes he can't take the fight versus Humanoid right now, but now Humanoid is surrounded. 4v1.
Found a 5-0. They could have converted it into another Baron, but all it really looked like was that they were trying to start making more plays towards the Baron. Nuke now caught out of position in the bot side river.
There he is. Chachi and Humanoid have him in their sights. Chachi jumps forward. 1 more auto would be enough here from the Aatrox. And there goes Nuke. Chachi takes it, and the rest are even between these 2 teams still. They're scaling starting to be very effective. You can see Nuke here. Just greeds for the Raptors a little. We're giving up bot lane.
We're going to leave this.
Yep.
Humanoid and... Now, of course, what this does mean is Origen guarantee numbers when they make... There we are.
Do we have a second for a fight as Xerxes gets pillared up?
He has flash.
Does have the Ragnarok, still has the flash, but the Cullen comes out and Xerxes just dies.
So, I mean, this is one of the advantages down. Right. I'm very surprised that Xerxes would just face check that, though, because now the jungle is down. OG can start the Baron.
Mithy has the flank position. Norscaren's on him. The package coming out. TP used here by Humanoid. He's going to join the fight. Has the package. Norscaren already down, but look at the kills. Already Nuke's gone down as well. Mithy and Patrick. Patrick happy to flash away. Humanoid still on the chase. Alfari and Zanzara on the top side of the fight are getting zoned out by Chachi. And Splyce, after losing their jungler, are evening out the numbers in this fight.
Yeah, Nuke ends up dropping right at the start of the fight, which means a lot of damage is unavailable.
Mithy's
then
down.
Patrick gets zoned out, Mithy drops, and now it's a great opportunity for OG to just snowball this game, and now Zanzara's gonna die.
Straight back into it. He dodged
Origin.
the first arc. He's gonna secure the Baron and continue to look towards that world seed. Need to win today and tomorrow.
Right now, level 17, exceptionally strong on the Corki. We're seeing the scaling come through from the side of Splyce. And with a 6k gold lead and the Baron, they're just going to use this 2-mana Vizichachi and Humanoid to continue the siege.
Mithy going in though, and it was immediately as Chachi tried to step forward, the world ender's been popped, Mithy's already fallen, but that means Chachi will go down as well. Kobe's going to join the fight from the side, Origen able to defend against this cannon minion push. Kobe can come towards mid and catch that wave, but Nukeduck and Origen have the inside track. They'll get towards him sooner, and that means this Baron buff won't get quite as much as Splyce would have liked. You can see Humanoid still up in the top lane, pushing in, get some damage down onto Nukeduck. That tower's fallen just a little bit. They're trying to get on Humanoid, but Norscarin is acting as a bouncer. Kobe jumps onto the back line, uses the supercharge to get himself away, and now Nukeduck and Zanzara are low, but Xerxes on the wrong side of the wall and doesn't have his flash. He'll fall as well, and Splyce lose 2 on their Baron push.
But very surprising mistakes coming out from Splyce.
Yeah, just a couple of lapses.
Vizichachi. That 1-for-1 trade definitely worth it, especially when going up against the Baron minion.
Mithy
For another flank.
Look how much damage Nukeduck's already taken. He's below half HP. He jumps in, the Kingslayer heal. They both go gold and pop the stopwatch at the same moment. And Humanoid goes into the GA. Falls immediately after. Now, you can see Mithy takes a bit of damage. He's going to use his stopwatch as well. He tries to get on towards Xerxes, but Mithy will pay for his engage with his life. And the rest of Splyce are on the chase. Origen trying to get away.
Chachi. I'd be surprised if Humanoid, unless he has
goes Mithy.
Straight
on to Chachi and Xerxes. Humanoid now join the fight though, and you can see the damage coming back in response to the depth charge. Kobe, he's jumped onto the back line. He goes golden for the second, and maybe Kobe's caught out. He's got a little bit too deep. He manages to get out of the back of the fight. Humanoid Valkyrieing away, getting away from the fight and re-engaging. Splyce on the front foot. They take down Mithy. It looks like Patrick's fallen as well. And now Origen have to run for the hills. It's all on Nukeduck. He has to put the damage out. Alfari caught out, can't get the barrels down. Chachi's going to chase him down. Nukeduck goes in. He takes out Humanoid. And is that enough? Has that saved Origen? TP coming in here by Splyce as they rejoin the fight. Xerxes trading off towards the bottom side. Zanzara jumping up towards the top. Nukeduck still getting damage down to Xerxes, but Norscarin now has a flank position. The rest of Splyce are on their way. Nukeduck has to do something incredible here.
He's trying to stall, but they got away from Kobe.
He can. He steals away the ult. Now he has the Ragnarok. Unstoppable, unseeable.
Oh, but Kobe's ult is about to come back up.
Kobe goes in with a Praise Seeker. Nukeduck goes back in. The Kingslayer, it's not enough. Shut down by Splyce. Yes. Zanzara's going to start up the Elder Drake and Splyce. Maybe look to TP into this one because they have Chachi and Humanoid with the down to 4,000. There is a blast cone here for Splyce. They're going for it. 2,000 HP on the Elder Dragon, but Zanzara's going to chomp it, and it's secured. Mithy acts as a defensive line, and Origen will...
In sight. There's the tower. That's what they want. They've got the wave. They've got Corki. Here we go.
They're going for it. Humanoid doesn't auto the tower yet. I think he ordered it once there. Cannon minion.
They've got it.
Okay,
that's a lot of damage onto Patrick.
It is. Zanzara acting as a front line for Patrick, who has to go back to the fountain, and maybe Origen just say, okay, we've lost the tower, we're going to lose the inhib.
Yeah. So Splyce, they found the right moment to strike.
Here we go. Origen looking for it. Seeing if they
can
either want how low it already is. Oh, Zanzara jumped in. Couldn't secure it. Xerxes 4,000 HP. Origen going for it. They're not going to be there in time. Zanzara's going all the way in. He goes golden for the second, but already the Elder Dragon is down, and now the fight really erupts. Nukeduck forced off towards the backline. Patrick tried to go in, but he's almost taken out. Nukeduck falls. Kobe takes it. He gets a double, and now this is all the Kobe show. Mithy will fall as well. It's taken out by Vizichachi. The GA hopped on Patrick as he goes boom once again. Splyce find 4 kills, an Elder Dragon, a Baron, and they're TPing into the base.
The final team fight was the final nail in the coffin. Splyce successfully find their prey. They will take the series to match point. And they're only 1 game away from moving forward in the gauntlet. Splyce take game 3 over Origen.
In the second longest game of the split, Splyce, in the end, take it out. Took them 2 Barons, an Elder Dragon. But they are going to match point.
To get to a point where you can utilize it, right?
Honestly, I am voting for Origen composition here. I think it's easier to execute Zairakan and the Gragas combo.
Hit 6 though, so he has the slicing measurement. It's a big wave pushing in. If Cersei dives into this, it's a little bit dangerous, especially since Zanzara's on his way. Alfari puts the slicing measurement, gets the double stun. TP coming in here by Splyce, and Alfari's low. He's going to fall. Now they put the Cataclysm down onto Zanzara. It's Kobe. See Humanoid looking for the flank there. Going in with the Valkyrie. Alfari, no flash, no way out. And Humanoid will get the second kill. Scarin trying to distract them from this. Xerxes on his way in as well, has the smite. Why are they fighting it? Indeed, because the last breath comes out. Zanzara secures his first kill of this fourth game. Humanoid coming in with the Valkyrie as well. Will force Origen away. Yeah, they lose a kill for it, but they force Origen away for the moment. Chachi doesn't have the TP. Zanzara's still on the Drake. No smite, of course, on Splyce as they have lost their jungler, but Zanzara's down to about 200 HP and he's forced out.
So, okay, Splyce do successfully stop the Drake from going down. However, they don't stop the tower from falling, and they also give a kill over to Origen. They didn't need to force that fight. He actually has Merc Treads. Okay.
So I think he thinks how far he's going for the AP build. Xerxes training here on Tower 5. TP coming in by Patrick. Mitty has the charm, going to land it on both of them. There's the knockup as well, and with the Blaze being called back, Origen takes 2 kills in the top.
My friend.
Oh, yes. Sorry, this will be their 11.
Yes, it will. There you go. 11 plays.
I accidentally added on the 4 for some reason.
That's all right.
Ignore that. And Splyce look down towards the bottom side. Splicing Mouse comes out. Humanoid charmed up. And it will be a kill onto Alfari. Mithy trying to flash away. Chachi's still tanking up the tower. Mithy goes golden, but Humanoid dies. Mithy will fall as well. Oh, Chachi almost went down.
You can see that the gold lead only gets bigger when Splyce tried to make these plays in favor of Origen.
And Nuke just took a tier 2 in the top lane.
Yeah.
And Chachi and Xerxes are trying to still get this tier 1. It just feels like
this objective. They have a couple of TPs available, but the smart thing to do, disengage, give this one away, and I do believe the next Drake is actually... we can't confirm he's going AP. He's going AP. Makes me happier. That is going...
Alright, and Humanoid continuing to try and push in. Alfari looked like he was going to go for the fight there. Does get the stun lock. Zanzara misses the body slam flash, lands the cast though. TP coming here by Splyce, so they look for the fight. Alfari down to half HP. Double TP from Splyce. It's actually only 1, but for some reason looked like 2 to me.
Yeah, it did look like 2. Wait, Vizichachi did
Vizichachi's must have been cancelled.
It must have been cancelled,
Looks like Duck went in, and now the fight continues in the top lane. Mitty dodging around. Xerxes in with the Cataclysm. He queues out, but he still gets stunned up. Scarin unwilling to jump onto Xerxes with the zoomies, now pops onto him. Zanzara still on the chase, the slow comes out, but Splyce and Dice, Mithy a little bit too predictable there. Mid lane tower looks like it's going to go down as Chachi tries to get close enough to Patrick, still lands the stun. That's a lot of damage, and Chachi is coming up huge here for Splyce. Teleport used by Humanoid, he's going to bring Scarin into this battle, and Origen may have overstepped, they may have overstayed. The last breath coming out is going to catch out Humanoid, but they don't have the damage to take him down. Fouling projectile doesn't quite...
I was not expecting him to one-shot Patrick. Patrick still had the flash, so he probably wasn't expecting it either.
The Infernal has been restarted by Origen. They're trying to sneak it away.
Very low health Zanzara. They do get the reset.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, here's the charm with the flank, and Alfari slices them up like pieces of sashimi. Beautiful play by Origen. Chachi tries to do what he can, but it's a triple. Make that 5 for Origen as they destroy Splyce match. They are not done with the season yet. There goes the Baron. 22.
Grab the Infernal as well. Origen gonna feel very strong right now as a mountain. It's really important that Splyce pick the right one. They know when they're ready. And they were getting close to that point. You can see on their itemization that they were, once they completed another item or 2, then they could have started to look to fight Origen, but they felt too confident. They felt that with Zanzara gone, they would be able to siege. They end up getting punished, and Mithy with a beautiful flank allows Origen to secure Baron.
Pretty sure I saw Xerxes did 14 damage in that fight. Humanoid did 0. When your key carry in the form of the Corki isn't getting any damage off, you know you're pretty much done for. Origen open up the base, 24 minutes in. They've kept the pace of this game very much in the fast lane. They will take down the inhibitor and then back away. Still 1 minute 40 seconds on that Baron.
The wave is hitting bot. Vizichachi's actually gone bot to hold this.
Patrick popped the Feather Storm, but he did get caught in the final chapter. Now, here comes the damage from the side. Nuke on the back line. Kobe almost down to 0 HP. He just about survives. Nuke did what he could.
Corki can come online, and that is their best avenue back into the game.
Becomes very difficult when you have a 3-item Xayah, a 3-item...
Alfari, we can confirm, has gone for the AP build.
We could have confirmed that a while ago. There's a blast cone there as well, which is important if Xerxes looking for the steal.
So a lot of control wards in Origen's inventory. Oh, here we go.
Zanzara flashes in, shout out to Humanoid. The Valkyrie comes out and he manages to get away. Healed up by the Yuumi, but now Chachi. That TP sucked.
Yes, it did. Oh,
he goes going in, he goes gold, and even uses the QS as the Cataclysm comes out. And it's not going to be enough to save Xerxes. Humanoid and Kobe have to do what they can in a 3v5 here. Norscarin on the back of Humanoid. Fari on the flank has the slicing mushroom, has the flash, and Humanoid just about gets away. But that will be a very dead Garen. Origen knocking on the door of the base. It will take down their second inhibitor. It's mid.
I don't know if they can end, though. There's only 15 seconds left. Yeah, I think the smarter players go straight.
Doesn't matter. They've got it.
They're going to get it.
It's fine.
Yep. Just saying. Splyce is kind of strong now. They're online. Now, admittedly, of course, they are in a deficit, and that doesn't just become nullified because they've hit their power spikes, but they can feel a lot more confident about forcing fights.
They definitely do. Nukeduck uses the QSS too early. Vincechachi slicing and dicing in, TP in behind them here, and maybe they force a little bit too soon, Vedius. Xerxes goes golden. Chachi now trying to do what he can, but he's down as well. And I'm pretty confident in my prediction that Origen are going to win this game. Humanoid tries to get away, but Mithy chases him down. Kobe's spinning, but he's not winning. Norscarin's going to fall as well. A clean ace for Origen. What was that you were saying, Vedius?
I just had to bring attention to it. Splyce had hit the items. They looked for a pick onto Nukeduck, but he uses his fancy footwork along with the support from Zanzara to turn the play around. And Origen, they're going to take us to game 5.
All of the way to game 5. It seems to be a tradition in the LEC now, as Origen fight back and equalize the series at 2 and
Oh,
Silas Jungle.
It's Silas Jungle.
Silas Jungle.
Zed
Nukeduck on
mid lane.
Zed.
Wow.
Oh, baby.
Okay, now props to Gilius. He thought that the Zed was going to be...
Without being spotted, or just land a Gleaming Quill onto Norscarin. Nukeduck goes in, the Ignite is ticking! And just as we praise him, Vedius, he once again shows us why...
For the champion to be stronger coming into the mid game. So I think it's better for Origen, given they know their relative strength right now. Don't force it. There's no need to, because now that Nukeduck is level 6, man, Fed Zeds are terrifying.
Ignite going down onto Norscarin. Patrick lands the Buster, it's enough! That was a lot more damage than that.
And again, the Rift Tower's coming out to make this cross-map play, but it looks like Splyce are much faster, and they should be able to secure the first tower.
So Splyce will get the first tower, as you say, well played around the map by them. I do want to just point out the fact that Origen left Patrick in the top lane by himself, while...
Right now, things could go horribly wrong for Splyce.
I'm just trying to take the 1v1. He wins this. Vincechachi lands the power, Patrick flashes forward! I think the Tristani, they've had that time to practice. And this is a much stronger performance from them. Norscarin, yeah, he's going to die to that Ignite. It goes across to Nukeduck, second kill of the game for him, and Origen are very much in control here. Only 800 gold ahead.
It's very similar to what we saw in game 3, but they still have a way back into the game. And again, like we keep talking about the gold gap, it's not that big. It's just that, well, I mean, the Mercs make sense when you're going up against
Silas,
there's a lot of crowd control on the side of Origen, right?
It just means that...
More people mid lane, so I'm surprised he didn't want to take the risk.
That's true.
There we are. They're going to lose a tower mid. Tristana's top lane. Yeah. And the TP's up as well, so... Game's still quite tense. Hook lands.
Yeah, straight out to mid. He knew that was happening, and the Ignite is going to tick him away. Kobe jumped in. He didn't need to do that, but he manages to get away with the Buster shot. You can take risks, especially G2. Like, the amount of times they go for a play that you say, well, that was probably a little bit. Any of these plays, Patrick's going to be able to open up this mid tower. That does allow them the ability to step a little bit further into Splyce's territory.
Here we go.
As you say, Nukeduck's going in with the death mark, but Humanoid pops the stopwatch. That's a little bit too early. He'll still take the damage from the death mark, but as you can see, it's not too much. The rest of Splyce on their way. Nukeduck dodges back. He dodges around them all! Nukeduck's managed to escape for the moment as the cannon barrage comes out. Humanoid's still on the chase, and Nukeduck is ticking away. One more missile will be enough, and that's the kill going over to Splyce. That will be their second mountain of the game, which does mean, of course, taking that Baron later on will be giving Nukeduck away. Zanzara, can you do it? Can you do it for Origen?
No, it's
can't get in the pit. He flashes late, and then he dodges out.
Champion, something that you say, I'm so confident on this. Give it to me.
Oh, Mithy. Hook comes out, Norscarin looking for the play as well. Mithy goes golden, can dodge out, flashes, charms, gets away, but now the cannon barrage comes down and Splyce are making the play. Fari's still in the mid lane. He's not even teleporting in here. Splyce looking for the chase underneath the tower. Nukeduck gets caught with the Void Seeker. The Splyce are happy just to take the tower. They're the ones to be making the plays. And Origen can only sit and watch a split that went disastrously for them. May have culminated in the biggest loss of them all. Alfari goes down, and Splyce are knocking on the door. They're knocking on the inhibitor towers, and they are knocking on another series, another chance for Worlds. Norscarin Flash misses the hook. It's all on you, Nukeduck. It's all on you, Patrick. You've got to do something now, because Splyce will not
secure themselves the Infernal Drake as well. Ballooning their already extremely strong
items. on Kobe on this Kaiser. 3.5 on Humanoid. He's got himself a Phantom Dancer there as well to try and mitigate any possible burst from Nuke back here. You got to put a rabbit out of the hat.
Waves are building on the top side as well. Kobe goes in.
Kobe jumps in straight onto Nuke Duck. Nuke Duck trying to win the trade, but Kobe flashes away. And Kobe is the one to do it. Game suffocated and almost done for. Origen lose the Baron, Splyce take it, and they will be looking for the win.
And Splyce are just doing what they should have done last game. They're just sitting there and farming. They're farming and scaling, and now they've got to a point where Origen can't match them. I felt like that Origen had the tools in order to force fights, force skirmishes, force picks, but it's Splyce who are now in control. They found Zanzara. He's going to lose his life.
Unfortunate for Zanzara there. Backing next to a ward. He thought he was safe. He was on a control. The chase still coming in here by Splyce. If Zanzara can delay for a while, it does something, I guess, and he manages to. Kobe's still on the chase. Zanzara is going to step into the minions, and they will start helping out. One more minion auto attack should be enough. Kobe on a rampage, top lane tower, still walking for the moment. Nuke Duck trying to look for that flank position, but Splyce are opening up on towards the inhibitor tower. It's down to half. Nuke Duck going in with the Edge of Night, but can't find the connection. Here we go. Damage onto Humanoid. Tower already fallen.
World is on the line. Could be the end of your regular season. Splyce, there's no need to take things too quickly.
Alfari has the flash, slicing Maelstrom. Zanzara in there, doesn't get in there in time. Too late, as you say, and Humanoid's just going to keep chipping away at that bot lane inhib. It's fallen. Now Splyce looking for the mid lane, looking to push that in. They finally hit the go signal. And it's all guns blazing for Splyce. Inhibitor tower, inhibitor down in the bottom lane. 42 minutes in. They are going now for that inhib in mid. Cannon minion there with them. Another wave arriving soon. Of course, that has a cannon with it as well. And the chip damage coming out from the Corki with a rapid fire cannon will just take that tower lower and lower. Xerxes forcing Alfari out. Xerxes flashing forward. Xerxes almost falls, and he manages to get the kill in the end. It's Kobe actually who takes out Alfari. Look at Nuke Duck. He's almost dead. He pulls the death mark, but this is just too little too late. Origen go in and go down in a heartbeat. Splyce will take the win. They'll win the series 3-2. They will be facing Schalke tomorrow. Their world's hopes are still alive. Origen done and dusted, buried underneath the millions of Barons we've had this series. Splyce take it. Splyce will fight Schalke, and Splyce's worlds are still